Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you guys all are doing well. I'm back with a new problem solving. So from the last few days, few students were asking me to solve a particular question from May June 2021, paper 2 question number 5. So basically, this is the question actually. So this is the question paper, May June 2021, paper 2 question number 5 that I'm going to solve today. Okay, so here what happened? Okay, now it's working. Okay, so here basically they're asking you to open this question in the code editor. So I'll already have opened this file over here. Okay, so now they already have prepared two part, like the menu part and the user input menu choice part. They already have prepared this part. Let's say display this menu in this format. So they have already prepared this part and ask for the user's menu choice. So this is the part where the user is going to input their menu choice. Okay, so these two parts we don't need to solve it. They already have done that this part for us. So we are going to start from here. Write a program code for the menu choice 1, add player name. It says that add player name. So if the player chooses this option, then they must input a player name. So here they already have given us the function name. So see, they are working with the function here it's returns. So we are going to prepare the function for add player name. So what can we do here? We can just simply take user input. So let's say I'm calling it uh, player name is equal to, I'm going to input it, and let's enter player name, and give a space here. That's it. So I asked uh, the user to enter their name here. So let me just simply wrap it up so that you can see everything clearly. So where is it? Here. So now since it is a function, so I need to return it as well. So return player name. So that's it. So I already have prepared this part. So our the first option is done. Okay, so let's see how does it work, but it's not gonna work since the rest of the part is given here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply comment this part out and run it so that you can see how does it work. So just give me a second. So okay, I didn't ask the input, so I need, so it's, since it is a function, you need to print it out. So add player name, the function you need to call here. So now if you're going to call it, then most probably it's going to show here. So it is actually showing here. Again, you can do all the other stuff as well. So let's say before this, print, just for checking, the first one was display menu. So print here display menu. Okay, my bad. Here display menu, and again print get menu choice. So copy it, and in the print simply give this. So let's run it now. Since there is nothing in the function, so it's not showing, I think. Probably it should be showing it. Display menu choice. So this thing should display. Oh, acha. This is not the function. This is the procedure. Menu choice is the function. So in the this part, you don't need to use the print function. Let's see what happens. Here it is. enter your choice. So let's say 1. It is asking the player name, so it is working. Okay, so these are the part I'm just used here for checking. You don't need to do it here, so don't worry about those things. Okay, now simply comment the part I commented. I'm just returning it back. So where it is, okay, here. So we have finished the first part of the question. So in the second part, player guess the capital city. If the player chooses option 2, then they must answer 5 questions. So they must answer 5 questions. That means we need to take a loop here. So guess capital. What are the things they have given? They have given us an array called questions, another array called countries, another array called capital. They have taken question count as a variable and initialize it with 1, and question score is 0. Okay, so question count, that means probably this will count this part. So we need to add our code here. So you need to give a tab so that you can enter inside the loop, sorry, inside the function here. So we are going to create a loop here. So I'm going to use while loop since I like the while loop most. That's why, there is no other reason. You can use for loop. Okay, forget it. So so here question count, while question count is less than equal to 5, if I say that, because in the question they are asking you to ask 5 questions, so 5 times this question is going, sorry, this loop is going to be repeated. Okay, so then you must need to show it says that they select a question to answer by choosing a valid question number. So and then it says that each question can only be selected once. They must not be able to choose a question number more than once. The question should be displayed. Okay, so let's do this part as first. They select a question to answer by choosing the valid question number. So here we can do one thing, like we can just simply show this part, show this array, question number array, so that user can only choose the number from the array given. Okay, so we can do let's say, what can I do actually here? Okay, I can just simply print one thing, print, and I can print their questions inside the code, so that this array is going to be shown, so that user can understand what are the numbers they are going to choose. Then I need to take the user input, right? Here they select the question to choose to answer. So now here I say user, let's say input, I'm asking user input. So user input is going to be integer number, because user must give the input in the integer format, otherwise there will be an error, because it's the index number you need to select. Okay, so I can say like pick a number, pick a number from 1 to 9, give a space that. So I have taken the user input from here. Now each question can only, here that is the important part, each question can only be selected once. They must not be able to choose a number twice. So what can we do, like when this part is going to be presented or shown on the display, and this part after the, let's say, question array, this part is going to be shown. So when user is going to select one number, that number should be removed from the question number, like from this array should be removed and then displayed. So for doing that, there is a function called pop. Probably you guys already done that. If you have not done that, there is a video. I'll be giving it in the description part, so where you can understand what does this pop do. Pop, push, these are the function. Remove, there are a few functions are there, built-in or library function, so you can use those things here, but I'm going to use here pop, since it simply take the index number and then remove that particular value from that array. Okay, so here I'm going to use a variable called question equal to, so it will pop out from question. So question dot pop, what are the thing that you are going to let's say, you know, remove from that particular question, the number that is going to be given by the user, so that is user input. But the user input is going to be 1 to 9, but in here the index value is going to be starting from 0. Since pop works with the index number, so you need to give, or you need to subtract 1 from the input number. Now probably some of you are going to ask or think why I need to, you know, subtract my 1 from the input number, cause let's say user is going to give input 1, that means input 1 minus 1 is going to be 0, that is this number. Let's say user is going to be giving number like 3 as an input, that's means 3 minus 1 is going to be 2, right? So 0 1 2, basically this is the number 3, but the index number is 2, that's why you need to subtract 1 from that particular user input. Hopefully you got that right. So now I'm going to use another variable. Let's say I'm going to show the countries here. So country, I'm going to keep it country, so that it will be much more easier to understand later on. And countries, so from the countries I'm going to select, from the countries I'm going to select like user input -1 again, and from the capital as well, capitals, user input -1. So I'm going to take the user input and use that as an index, and take the value from the country. Let's say country index number, let's say 2, so 0 1 2, this one is going to be shown, and for that particular index, the capital, which is Madrid, is going to be stored in this particular capital variable. So I have taken all the things from the user, so when user is going to be giving the input number, based on that input number all the other things will be stored in this particular variable. Let's say question, country, and the capital. So here it says that the question should be displayed, this question should be displayed. So for doing that, what can we do? Like, let's say not this one actually. Okay, here we can print, we can print something like let's say the question number I want to show, question comma it shows the question count, so here it shows the question count. So question, let's say it's count number 1. So now print I can say like, what is the capital city of, then comma the country that I have stored in this variable, then comma, in quotation I'm going to give the question sign. So that's it. So this is the way it will show the question. Now you need to take the user input. Oh sorry, you need to take the user input, so like the answer, user answer actually. So let's say user answer equal to, I'm going to take input from the user, so user answer equal to input, let's say enter your answer. So that's it. I have created the variable here and asked the user to give the answer. Now they must input the name of the capital city, so we have done that, this part. And if they guess correctly, their score must be incremented by 1. If they guess incorrect, the correct answer must be displayed. Okay, so now we can use if statement here. So if user answer, another thing here, probably they have given us the instruction that each question can be selected. Let me choose where it is. Okay, here your program should function correctly even if the number of countries and the capital cities in the field is increased. Got it? So what we are going to do here, we are going to convert it into lowercase, so that whatever the input that user is going to give, that automatically be converted into small letter. So user input is equal to the capital, so then lower, so that there will be no error. Otherwise, if user gives the input in capital letter, and let's say here the first letter is in capital letter, but let's say user is going to give all the letters in small letter, so in that case it's not going to be equal. Though it is equal, but the compute, like the function is will not going to detect that as the correct answer. That's why just simply convert it into a lowercase, or you can also convert that into uppercase. That's your choice. There is no issue with that, but you need to convert that first, otherwise there will be an error. Get it? So if these two are equal, then we need to print correct, let's say, and we also need to increase the question score. So question score, we need to also increase that. And now we need to else here incorrect. So that this is the thing. So incorrect, the correct answer is the capital, so you need to here it says that you need to display that as well. So once it is done, then we need to increase the question count that is given there. Where it is question count, here we need to move on to the next question. That's why it should be given here. So question count equal to question count plus 1. You can do one thing here if you don't understand this part. So question score plus 1, this is the thing, and then here it should return the question score. So where it is question score, it should return the question score. That's it. So your this part is done. It was not difficult that much, right? But if you don't understand, let me know in the comment box. Okay, so it's done. Now it says that menu choice in game, if the user choose this option, then the player name and the score be displayed. So let's say choice to display menu choice is equal to let's say get menu choice. They have done this part for us. So now we need to use here another if statement. If let's say menu choice 1, then it should uh, do like we at the beginning. What was the variable were here? The player name. At player name should be displayed. So add player name is equal to add player name. This function should run. Then if uh, menu choice equal to, if it is 2, then the guess capital should run. Guess capital, this one should run. And else if menu choice is equal to 3, then it should display the score. So we can just simply say that in this way. You can say that print goodbye player name, this sort of thing, and your final score is this. Got it? So let's run this program. Let's make it bigger. So now just give me a second. So here if I press 1, it should run that one. So let's here writing here Shamim. Yeah, that's correct. So if I press 2, it is displaying that. So let's say 2. I want to see the question number 2. What is the capital? I don't know. So I'm going to see what was the capital for index 2. That is index 2 means this one, actually not exactly index 2. 2, that is French. The capital is Paris. So I'm going to write here all the thing. I'm going to write in small letter Paris. It's correct. See, the index 2 is now erased from here. Like the question number 2 is now erased from here. So you are not be able to choose it from here. Got it? So this is working well. Let's say question number 4. Question number 4 means let's say Rome. It's also correct. Okay. Question number 7. Question number 7, let's say, what can I say, like well, something incorrect. Question number 7, sorry, 8. It is out of the range now. Okay, why it is out of the range? 8. Okay, it's because of the length, because it is now decreasing. I got it. So 5 questions should be asking. So the problem is in here, I believe. So what can we do? Okay, we can make a for loop. Let's see what happens. So for loop for, let's say, x in question, for example, x in question, these are the part should be here. For x in that question, this means in here, Let's see what happened. 2, it is working. 3, it is also working. Let's say Madrid is correct. Yeah, it's working. So that is the way you can solve this problem. So hopefully you understood that part. Thank you everyone. You can do one thing, another thing you can do, like you can just simply take this part and keep it inside the function. I believe. Let's run it this. Okay, so no, you need to keep this outside of the part actually. So I can do one thing. I can just simply copy it and paste it here. So what happened now? Let's see. If a 2, so it print twice. Let's say 3, Madrid. Okay, so 2, let's say Paris. Yeah, it is working, but at the beginning it shows twice, so that's also correct actually, because this is the part from where you are. It's so one thing you can do, you don't just simply show it here. Got it? Like, do not just simply print it. So without printing it, you can keep it like this. So it will run, I think. Let's see. Okay, so there is an error. Another thing, what can I do? Uh, let's say I can see question is equal to this. So instead of doing this, I can do this. Let's run it now. Let's see what happened. Yeah, it's working now. Yep. So let's say 3, Madrid, it worked. 2, Paris, it works. So that's it. See, the number that I have chosen here, those numbers are not in the array. So you can do this in this way, this part as well. So thank you everyone. Hopefully you understood that. If you have any further question from this part, let me know in the comment box. Allah Hafiz.